improve R&P podcast.
Boom. Hi guys, how you doing?
We still do these.
Occasionally.
We do our other videos more.
Mm-hmm.
Others, yes.
But we enjoy doing these still, just not as frequently because we felt like they were falling off.
Were they ever up?
Yeah, we had good videos.
The pod episodes, they were never up. Maybe on Spotify.
Yeah,
but not here. But if you guys start turning them up, maybe we'll do more.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And we'll actually do what we were supposed to, stick to the segment so we can cut them up.
Yes.
And then make videos out of them and then direct you back towards the full podcast.
Yes, and
like,
maybe that'll help.
Yeah, like good content creators.
It's been 4 years and we've never been good content creators.
Boom, but here we are. So, R&P Podcast, episode 135.
135, yes, sir.
Oh, man, what a time to be alive. We're going to start this off with an easy one. Me and my co-host, PLAX, I almost called you by your actual name.
I'm sure if you've been watching,
I have 1,000
I'm
times.
sure they know.
But it's the R&P, Rick, PLAX.
How you doing?
You probably don't even know who we are.
Yeah, it's probably the first video you clicked on. You're probably like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
100%. But I'm Rick. He's PLAX.
I'm PLAX.
This is the R&P Podcast. But we recently went on a trip to Atlanta.
ATL Georgia, baby.
Birthplace of the black man.
Of the black man?
Yeah, black people came from two places. Africa and Atlanta. Alliteration.
Sure, yeah. Sure.
No, but
Sure, okay.
Me, my co-host, and
7 of our other friends.
Yep.
Jinx.
Well, my fiance.
So 6 of our other friends.
Yeah.
but she's part of the squad,
she is.
though, so.
I'm just saying for me, I don't think she'd appreciate being put in the
Y'all not friends?
Yeah, but I feel like that's the
she
last label she would
That's
want.
fair. That's valid.
It's included in all the other
So
stuff.
you had to, I respect you.
Yeah, there's levels, right?
7 of my other friends, and then 6 of Rick's friends.
6 of
Yes, there we go.
Because that would for me, it would be like I'm putting her on the same level as all of you.
And I understand, I understand.
Yeah.
You're good. You don't want to hear about it. Just the one episode you watch, you don't want to hear about it.
No, you don't want to hear about that later.
It was great. I had a great time.
It was not. Well, I go to Atlanta every twice a year.
Frequently, yeah.
Because I have family out there. But it was nice experiencing Atlanta as a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that often. It was tiring.
Yeah, because you was Uber.
Wait, what happened?
Uber Supreme. Rick was Uber Supreme.
Yeah, we rented a little Tezzy.
Yeah, it was a nice Tesla.
Oh, shit.
The AC was a little odd, but it was nice.
It got there at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, what changed, but it evolved at the end.
Yeah, it figured it out. It heard us talking shit, the audio.
Yeah,
it was like,
100%.
let's turn this up real quick.
I was freezing in that joint.
At the end, yeah. We were driving around a lot of fucking drive. Well, Rick was doing a lot of driving.
Everything was like half an hour to an hour away.
Yeah, and that was minimum. I don't think nothing was like 20 minutes. Unless it was close to the spot that we was already at.
Going to, yep.
We did a lot of stuff. We went to a winery, which was fun.
It was fun for some.
You didn't have fun at the winery? Oh, yeah.
No, I have fun
That's
at the
fair.
winery.
He's the driver.
Yeah. Did you even start? Oh, you did.
Yeah, that's going. Yeah.
But no, I have fun at the winery as like being a part of it and experiencing it with you all. But the wine just wasn't to my taste.
Yeah, I was having a wonderful time.
Yeah, I have what's called kid taste buds. So like, I was thinking the whole time, my whole life, I was thinking wine was grape juice because wine is grape juice.
Which I mean,
basically,
depending on what you get, it
but
can
I
be.
was tasting. Was it Welch's?
No.
What I was tasting wasn't Welch's.
But the lady did bring
brought me
some of us
some Sweet John.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it. But I could still taste the alcohol.
Yeah. Rick, you thought you wasn't gonna taste the alcohol.
So you can't tell me that if wine tasted like just grape juice, but it had alcohol,
it'd be more
in
alcoholics than it already
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm saying.
So they can't really do that.
It'd probably be a lot more.
If you had wine that tasted like Loganberry,
He's a drunk. It's over.
I'd be done.
He's a drunk.
I would
on the pod.
That's what I always thought. I always thought when people was getting all these like different wines and stuff, I thought they were over exaggerating and it all just tasted like some form of like maybe tartar grape juice. I thought wine was gonna be the one alcohol I enjoyed. I was wrong.
Yeah,
that shit was ass.
I enjoyed it because I guess like I think I have kid taste buds as well, but maybe
like
slightly.
me.
Yeah, maybe slightly
like
above
me.
Rick's.
I took a little sip. I was like, yeah.
He was done.
Because that shit was hitting for me. The peppery.
That was the only one I liked.
It was okay.
It literally tasted like someone threw some pepper into the wine. But the flavor of it cut so short. That was my problem with the wine. It was like I couldn't really taste anything else because the alcohol taste was staying on my tongue.
Okay,
but
you just don't like alcohol, and that's fine.
No, it's whatever the extra filtering on alcohol to give it a taste, so you're not just secretly drinking alcohol. Just ruins it for me. It's just like, why do you like? I understand drinking it because it makes you feel a certain type of way, but like you can't sit here and tell me that like if I put apple juice and like some hard cider in front of you, you wouldn't be like for pure taste. Like not even like if I put in front of you apple juice and hard cider with no alcohol in it, but it tasted like as if it had alcohol in it, like it's the same taste profile.
Oh, I'm not drinking.
You're not drinking it.
Yeah, no.
And that's what I'm saying. You're not drinking alcohol because you like to taste the alcohol.
Well, no.
You're drinking alcohol because it gets you schmizz. Yeah. But I'm saying people try to fake you like, oh yeah, this Crown tastes good. Like no,
some stuff, no, hold on, wait. Some stuff like the wine and some stuff does taste good or better than
it tastes better than the alternative
alcohol, but
like the Bacardi like zombie whatever the joint that tastes like
I can't fuck with that shit.
Like
that
lemonade.
Shit had me down bad. I had a down bad PLAX moment like 2 months. What was that? A month or two ago?
What?
I was fucked. Another down bad PLAX moment. But I was in the comfort of my own home. So whatever embarrassment happened was on my own.
Between you.
Yeah, between me.
Nah, it's just me and alcohol are just not friends. But the winery was fun. We got to learn about wine. We got to create our own wine by mixing 3 other wines together. We got to package it up and write like some wine
related shit.
Bang on to it.
I wrote PLAX Vineyard.
Yeah, I wrote his Vine Time.
It's Vine Time.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I was definitely schmizzed.
No, you were. He was walking around the joint. We was learning about wine and all this stuff. He was walking around the joint with
the drink. With the drink. Swirl with the drink.
He was devious.
He was just like,
he was devious.
I was having a great time.
He had a button up that wasn't buttoned.
All the way up with the 2 chains. Yeah. Oh my God.
He was just swishing around, walking around.
Yeah. And somebody, either you or our friend Black asked me a question. I was like, this is what I want to be, man. This is where I want to be.
Yeah, he said this is like the goal.
Yeah, this is it right here. Just walk around winery.
That was fun. We
speaking of disgusting drinks really quick.
Yeah.
We got hold at the Coca-Cola Museum. Well, no, we didn't. That was rephrased.
Yeah, one of the things we did, they have out there in Atlanta, the World of Coca-Cola.
That was fun. It was cool.
Yeah, it was like $20, right? You get to learn about Coca-Cola, walk through all these things. But the real money worth is that upstairs there's a tasting like section, and you can unlimitedly drink. Like they give you a little tasting cup for free,
or you could buy
like a $5 joint and just fill it up and just sit there and just drink.
And
all
we was
day.
thinking next time we go, we're gonna bring sandwiches.
We're gonna sneak in sandwiches.
Sandwiches?
And just have lunch
just eat
there.
And drink.
Yeah, have lunch there.
Yeah,
get some chips
for $25. That's pretty good.
Get a little Frito Lay and
that make a lot of sense. Yeah, that make a lot of sense.
Couple ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, but
you good.
Yeah, you could go up there. Like I said, you get a free tasting cup, which was literally about this size, which is pretty decent.
Not too bad, yeah.
Or you could get a $5 drink, which is like a regular like household cup or whatever.
Okay.
And you could try almost 20 different, probably more than 20 different flavors.
Yeah, it was a lot of different flavors from different countries. Yeah, and stuff.
They have our flavors, like North American flavors, but they also have like Italy, China, Africa, all different Coke products and the different flavors that they have around the world, right?
But this one specific drink,
you
took a picture.
It was the worst one. Yeah, I'll
put it. I'll put it up here.
It was Fanta from China. The worst shit I have ever tasted in my fat ass life. It was sour plum.
And
it tasted like Ray's barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Like
if you made barbecue sauce fizzy.
Wait, a drinkable barbecue sauce is crazy.
Every time I bring it up, I taste it.
That's exactly. That's almost.
Yo, that's terrible.
It's almost 100% what it tasted
and
like.
We'll have it up here.
It tastes.
I took a picture of it so we can put it on and talk about it for the pod.
Don't ever.
It tastes
drink
like
that
barbecue
shit,
sauce.
And I don't know how motherfuckers in China
I don't know
is
how they
busting
get
that down.
No.
Drinkable carbonated barbecue sauce. People,
like
don't
if
forget that.
If somebody took Sweet Baby Ray's, carbonated it, and made it more liquidy.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
There was this Italian joint called Beverly that just tasted like alcohol without alcohol.
Yeah, that was just carbonated water. That's all that was.
That shit was
The Beverly shit was just carbonated water.
But other than that, there was some Fantas.
some good drinks,
there was some
good
Fantas from all over.
Trying a whole bunch of stuff.
There was a Fanta from China, but this time it was a good flavor. It was like lime something.
Yeah,
it was really delicious. There was some sodas from Zimbabwe.
There was some lemon limeade, but it was LY.
It was Sprite lime LY. Yeah, lime.
Limeade.
Yeah, limeade with a LY instead of an LI.
It was hitting though.
It was good. It was good. They had the North American flavor, so you had the high C.
You could cleanse your palate as you taste the other.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. But they did have a high C joint. I know I've had it here, but I haven't had it in a while. It was called Poppin' Lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
And it was delicious.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish they had the Ecto Cooler.
The Ecto Cooler?
Yeah, you never had the Ecto Cooler High C? It was a special edition that came out for
the Danny
Ghostbuster.
Phantom edition? Oh, okay.
I don't know nothing.
No, I never had that.
Never had it? Yeah.
Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler, yep.
What else we do, Rick?
Sounds
we
ghastly.
did a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we did. We played putt. There's this place there called Putt Shack. They have different sections, each all named after like a precious stone. So there was like diamond, ruby, emerald, sapphire, and it was really cool. It was all interactive. So you had to sign up digitally, and then you got a golf ball that was assigned to you. So anytime you placed it on whatever hole you were shooting at, it would know that it was you shooting, and it was keeping track of your score.
Tech savvy.
Yeah, through your golf ball. And they had a lot of different interactive stuff. We only did 2 courses, but they had stuff like true or false questions.
Yeah.
And so like the one side was true, the other side was false.
And you had to hit it in the side that you thought it was.
Yep.
I got a Game of Thrones question and I hold it because it was about the wardrobe. I was like, who gives a fuck about the wardrobe? I don't know that.
Our friend, he got a question about SpongeBob, and he got it wrong because he didn't read. It asked him, is SpongeBob from a city under the sea called Bikini Top instead of Bikini Bottom? And all he read was bikini, and he hit true, and he got it wrong. And so you get penalties for it, and
you fool.
Yeah,
you fool. Yeah,
it was cool though. They had like other stuff like beer pong for some of the other ones. Bowling, like you would have to shoot the golf ball into like the middle pin, and it would have a hole, and it would take you all the way to the hole in one.
Oh, that's nice.
They had like a Tony Hawk half pipe.
Whoa.
Where it was like a hole in one was like on like one side of the half pipe, where you could just shoot it and just try to go around the hazards and stuff, which was really cool. It had a little ramp going like through a circus like ring of fire.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was cool. It was very nice. Putt Shack. I think we already said it, but
Putt Shack.
Yeah,
people.
Downtown Atlanta.
I played one full game, and then I was the uncle of the group, so I went out on the balcony and drank.
And he just
and it was nice. I felt like a GTA character. It was so nice.
That's exactly what he's doing.
He was enjoying himself to the fullest.
It was cool. What else did we do?
We played not regular golf, but
we did Top Golf.
Top Golf.
Oh, Top Golf. Okay.
Yep, we did Top Golf the first time. That was also interactive. They had like the screen would figure out like where you shot the ball in accordance to how hard you
like
hit
the
it, and do like different games.
like the screen joint to where you just hit the joint at the screen. And
so it took that element but added it to as if you were at a regular driving range.
Oh, so you was at the actual range joint and it had the tag for that.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Top Golf was fun. We're supposed to get something like a competitor of them here. So that'll be cool.
Oh, that'll
be fun.
We R&P at Top Golf. We might do that.
Yeah.
What else? We did a whole
Catch
bunch
your boy
of
on the tee.
Shit. We went to this place that was like a mixture of Dave and Buster's.
Oh, yeah. It's called Your Third Spot.
Yeah, Your Third Spot.
I would love it if this ever came to Buffalo.
Yeah.
So you know where we live.
It was like adult Dave and Buster's, basically.
Yes, 100%. It was adult David Buster's. You would like it because it had a lot of like old school arcade games. So it had old school Mortal Kombat, old school Tekken. So it had the 3D fighter on the actual arcade.
I'm getting the quarters, dog.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
What?
You paid? It was. I want to say it was about $30 ish.
Yeah, you pay $30 and you play whatever.
And
you
it
want.
was for as soon as you got a card, you got a physical card, but instead of Dave and Buster's where you load it in, that $30 counted for 3 hours. So as soon as you swiped the card once, you had unlimited play for anything you wanted to go at for 3 hours after you swiped your card the first time. And they had stuff you could play without swiping your cards. Like they had like giant Jenga or like basically giant beer pong.
Yeah.
And, like you're shooting a ball. Cool. And then they had cornhole. If you ever played cornhole.
Yeah.
And for extra $15, they did have bowling lanes there. Ooh. And you could bowl. And they had a bar. They had like appetizers that you can get, karaoke.
Okay.
It was darts. They had
darts. We was going crazy on darts. Niggas was going crazy on darts.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was great. I would love for that to be something that a lot of places kind of incorporate. It was called Your Third Spot.
Yep.
Under it's this whole kind of idea that as society has gotten more expensive and more, like I would say more after the pandemic, costs of living have gone up and people have been losing their third spot. So like, let's say after work. So usually it would be you home, your work, and then some place to like decompress and hang out with your friends.
Now we can't afford that.
That's fire.
So people have felt like we've lost that third spot, which is like which would have been like coffee shops, libraries. I guess it would be like just sit down spots, bars and stuff. Like
because there's not many sit down spots either.
Yeah,
thinking about that.
Yeah, and so that place kind of built off the idea of that this is your new third spot because it would have like adults just having fun, chilling out, eating, drinking, playing games, and they had
Also, you're not gonna pay $30 a day to go there. So
but
I get the.
I make somebody $30 a living hell on Tekken.
I would think about it like a once a week thing.
Yeah, no,
like
that's
you do it on a Saturday every week.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, instead of going to a club and spending
Buffalo, please.
Fuck the clubs. I'm not a club person.
Also, as a big back, a lot of great food.
It was good food.
A lot of great food. It was and down south, a Mexican spot.
Yeah, no,
that was immaculate.
It was delicious.
It was amazing and very cheap.
La Parrilla.
La Parrilla.
Go check it out for $10. I got a cheese enchilada, a beef burrito, rice, and a drink for $10. And they brought in unlimited chips and salsa.
Yeah. And for like $12, I got a drink and a chicken fajita bowl that was like this size. And I bust that bitch down.
No, it was delicious. If I'm ever in Atlanta, I'm definitely hitting that spot up
going
again.
back.
It was really good. The service was great. It was the only place I will say in Atlanta that didn't force you to tip. Yeah. And so I tipped them $10.
Yep.
Sweet.
But out of all the food spots, we did go to Waffle. I went to Waffle House for the first time.
Yeah, Waffle House was delicious.
Waffles were immaculate.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
You didn't finish it.
I couldn't finish the second
one.
You
couldn't finish the second one?
Yeah, I couldn't.
If you have something you got to do that day, do not order a second waffle at Waffle House.
Because it's just not gonna happen.
You're wilding out.
And what was that day? That was the day we was leaving.
We were going to Darien Lake or Six Flags.
Yeah, and then we were.
We went to Six Flags.
Yeah, there's a Six Flags.
My niggas.
That wasn't as fun because we hold
that. Was technically second worst thing we did there. Not because it wasn't great and the park was big. It was the hottest day there. So it was about like 98 degrees.
And we only had like 2 hours to do it.
Before we had to get on a plane.
So it wasn't that bad, but it was probably the bad decision because of the weather.
It was supposed to be on a solo day.
Yeah.
But we moved it around for putt check.
For other stuff,
And then, but if we would have, I feel like if we would have did it on a day on its own, it would have been fun.
Yeah, that something. Yeah, like a whole entire amusement park be like its own day itself.
Yeah, it should have been.
Because that's some type of shit you at least try to get on every ride, or if you guys got a fast pass, you like I'm using the fast pass and get on everything before I even finish the day type shit.
Let me rephrase. I couldn't get on one ride and I gave up after that.
What ride was it?
My back is too big.
It was the Batman.
I couldn't get on.
They have instead of the Superman, they have the Batman.
Yeah, my back was too big.
How was it?
I didn't get on it. I had heat stroke.
Yeah, it was. We were not hooping that day. We were not hooping. It was the last day we was going home.
I was literally walking around.
Sweat rag?
Yeah, we had sweat rags.
You had to.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Choice.
Y'all kept it true.
Yeah, no, I was legitimately walking around, and at one point I had sat down and I had to close my eyes to make sure I was still alive. Like I was cooked. I had to get a bottle of water and I had to pour it on the back of my neck.
And it woke him up.
Yeah, it was like that was like I got like hit with like the charging paddles that they be hitting you with at the hospital.
You got charged like, back to life.
Yeah, I poured it on my neck and I was like
I wasn't dying. I wasn't dying like our buddy Rick here was. But I was just sad because I couldn't get on the ride because my back was too big and I didn't go to get on any other ride. And then the best part of it was I got Dippin' Dots, but I could go to 7-Eleven and get Dippin' Dots. And my feet felt like they were in an oven in my sneakers.
Yeah, see, that was great. They wilded out because I had slides.
Yeah, I did not.
Y'all
have
wore
slides.
actual sneakers.
He wore
because all I brought was my sneakers and my 2 pair of loafers. I wasn't wearing loafers to Darien Lake. So all I had was the sneakers.
You'd have been somebody African uncle. You'd have wore some loafers to Darien Lake.
My shit was I never felt my feet be in an oven before. And it's not fun.
Yeah, my fiance was in the same boat, and it was so hot there that when she took off her shoes, the shoes still had heat in them.
Yeah.
Yo,
so the heat was radiating at the bottom of the shoe.
Out the shoes. I had slides on, so I didn't have that problem.
Y'all shit was steaming in that joint.
It was crazy.
But
that was the second worst thing. The cool thing that they had there. I'll get into that first. But the cool thing that they did have there was they had these. Which I think we should implement this at our Darien Lake. They had these cups, right? They had smart ships in them. And so they would have different refill stations around the park with like sodas or waters or whatever.
Yeah.
And as long as you had that cup, you could just get whatever. It was the only line you had to wait for was just other people like filling up theirs. But like you could just grab like a soda if you wanted it or a water. Water was free. So if, let's say you didn't have the smart ship, but you had just a bottle,
a regular
like
ass cup,
water bottle,
or a bottle or something.
Fill that up with
that
water.
kept me alive.
Yeah, for as much as you. And some of the smart chip places was broke, so I was just filling up my shit with lemonade sometimes, and soda sometimes. And majority, 99% of the time, was water because I needed to live.
You definitely need that
water.
But
I just needed to feel like I had taste buds for a second, and so I got a little bit of a lemonade.
And just to go back to the food really quick, it was like we said, it was a lot of food places that we went to, a lot of great food spots, but the best food that we had there was made by our friends.
Oh yeah, we had a little cookout.
We had a little cookout.
What?
Yeah, on the day that Kendrick did his pop out.
Yes,
which was crazy.
And we'll chat about that.
I loved every second.
I don't even know if it's worth bringing that up. It's so long. It's old in the internet time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was great. We did a little cookout. We had sausages. We had the glizz dogs.
Yeah,
eating dogs.
Ribs. Shout out ribs.
Mac and cheese.
Wait.
And I'm not gonna say our friend's name because I don't know if she wants to be on here, but.
So somebody hooked up the ribs?
You fucked up because you're cooking forever.
Yeah.
Every family get together, you're cooking.
The ribs was bust down.
Listen, I'm
what's the initial?
And I'm going to cut it out.
Yeah.
She fucked
bust down.
On the ribs? On the ribs?
Crazy, the ribs.
But what about the Mac?
I have to remember.
Wait, who had the Mac? You said it was Mac too?
Her, yes.
On the Mac too?
Yes, bro. Delicious. She skated.
Hey, auntie.
No, for real. She went crazy. And you fucked up because now you're cooking at every family get together.
Designated chef.
Yeah, you fucked it up, man.
It was good. Yeah, we did a cookout. We also had Korean barbecue.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was delicious.
Great.
Yo, I had the hot pot Korean barbecue joint over here.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was
and they said our friend said it was the spot we was at is better than that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's so.
It was endless. It was endless drinks, endless lemonades. I was like, lemonade be down, please.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch. You was happy with the lemonades, though.
Yeah. It was just fun. It was a wonderful
down,
time.
Please.
Besides this one specific thing, we'll get into it in a second. So there's one thing though. The trip was great.
This will round it out the trip, right?
Uh-huh.
We gave you all the highs.
Yeah.
This was the one low.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because even Six Flags wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
just
that low.
The timing of it.
Okay.
This one, we went to a museum. We went to the Trap Museum.
Oh man, every person from Buffalo gotta go to the Trap Museum when they go to Atlanta.
We shouldn't have.
We shouldn't have known.
So if anybody and everybody, whoever tells you about the Trap Museum doesn't tell you the truth.
If they say they had a good time, they capping. They lie and they not your friend.
Yeah,
they fucking lied to you.
We're gonna tell you the truth.
You never hear about nobody experience after that either, which is crazy. All you see is
Why you
photos. All you really do is see photos, but you don't hear nothing about it.
Why you think that?
Okay, let's see.
Let them cook.
The parking, just to start off, the parking itself was $20.
And it's just some random niggas saying,
come here, stay right there, come here, stay right there.
For $20.
I got
$20.
You cash up it to me or you give me
$20.
$10.
I'm parking my own car.
You cash up it to me or you give me $2.
He did not. He did not. Dead ass just say, yo, for real.
all the niggas doing is
You cash at me $10 personally, you got you a spot.
that's all the niggas doing.
$20.
$20 off the rip ski.
Yeah, so parking was $10, right?
This nigga valet.
$20. I keep saying 10.
And then hold on. The museum is in the middle. They have the parking and they have
that was an escape room.
Oh yeah, they have an escape. No. The museum is in the middle.
Yeah.
They have the parking and they have a cafe at the end.
Yeah.
It's not blatant because it has escape room on the top of the main entrance.
Oh really?
Our group of friends and a couple other people that were trying to find the museum walk up and down the street in hot ass Atlanta. Almost 100 degrees, 3 times.
It wasn't that many.
It was
times.
It was 3 times. We walk up 3 times.
Twice.
Sure, twice. Rick was dying, so he don't even remember. We walk up, and then on the last time the last time we asked him the question. We asked the security guard that watched us walk up and down the street. Somebody asked him, "Hey, where's the entrance to the Trap Museum?" He said, "Oh, it's right here."
Yeah, he was standing in front of it the whole time.
You lucky you got a gun.
He was dead ass just watching y'all just walk back and forth.
Because I was going to slap the shit out that.
So y'all was walking basically at one corner to another corner.
Basically, yeah.
Trying to figure out where y'all gotta.
Yeah, where you gotta go, and he's watching us walk up and down the street.
Yeah. So we park.
Yeah, you park. We do the walk around.
Yeah, we get into the main entrance. Tickets is $30.
Mm-hmm.
So between parking
50
and the ticket,
$50
experience.
50 bones, but somebody get a $20 tip and they just pocket.
But you know what? We're like, it's a museum. It's probably gonna be a nice experience to learn about trap music and stuff like that. We like trap, so it's cool. Not a big deal, right, Rick? Not a big deal. What else happened, man?
There's only 4 rooms.
There's only 4 rooms.
Basically, yeah.
Nah.
It's 2 rooms, and one of them is divided up.
So there's two actual cool parts about the museum. First, when you walk in, there's first of all, let me just get this off. The Trap Museum in itself is a parody of black culture.
Yeah.
It's a parody of a culture, of a subculture within black culture, which is technically illegal, which is trapping. But I will say that there's other places that also glorify the subcultures of white crime as well, which is like you weren't there with us, but in Vegas there was the Mob Museum, which was a museum,
the mob shit,
which is a museum that is solely dedicated to learning about the mob, moonshine, and the illegal trade of all that stuff. Right, all that stuff is illegal. All that stuff is bad. Right, but it's shown in a way that shows like historical context,
right?
And just
because it's part of history.
Yeah,
right.
overall, just teaching things. The Trap Museum kind of leads more into like it kind of is like blaxploitation films, like Black Dynamite-esque. Yeah. So when you first walk in,
satirical like the Boondocks.
Yeah, it's like a room. It's a room made to look like the living room of a trap house.
Drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, table with like
money.
Weed, money, air quote.
Trapping out
TV,
grandma's
gun.
House. Yeah,
fake gun. A wall.
It did look like my grandma's
house.
A
wall filled with childhood photos of various artists from Atlanta and also from just other places.
Okay.
And then a performative actress portraying a grandma at a trap house. So she's like, all y'all babies can come in here. Just know the only rule is you act right. You don't touch anything because we don't want to have to do anything because I got my LLC and her LLC is the gun on the table, locked and loaded.
Okay.
Yeah. So and she's doing this whole like intro thing, which is really cool.
Yeah, and it was cool. Yeah,
I'll say that was cool.
Yeah.
But after you step out of that, you are basically left with 3 rooms. And only out of those 3 rooms, only one other one is really cool. The only other cool one is a replica of T.I.'s closet. So it shows like when he
got arrested.
Yeah, when he got arrested for the guns and stuff.
What was in his closet?
Yeah, so like
which was cool.
It would show
his
like
Grammy, his BET Awards.
Yeah, how his guns are arranged and how he had. So that stuff is cool. You can read about it, all that stuff.
That's interesting.
And you can even read like the letter that he wrote. I think it was notes on like different songs and stuff. And so that was cool. But the other stuff was like it was like a wall of Air Force Ones.
It was a grill room.
Yeah, a room dedicated to grills. But it wasn't really like...
It was a wall of
it had
cocaine
like 5
bricks.
grills. Yeah, it was a fake wall with fake...
cocaine bricks.
Yeah, styrofoam bricks. And then the last room was a room dedicated to different album covers of trap songs. And then and then it was a replica of... Whose cell was it? I didn't go into it.
I didn't go.
But it was
a
replica.
There
was a replica of a jail cell.
Yeah.
With like various artists who've been to jail and wrote songs in jail, like their notes and stuff in it and whatnot. And I wasn't going in it. Steve wasn't either because
I can never picture myself standing.
I'm not glorifying like. So the idea of it was to learn about the history of trap music and like the roots of it and all that stuff. The museum, I feel like, just took it more.
It's a $50 photo shoot.
Yeah, it was more of like it was telling you the very like surface level stuff about the origins of trap music and music of the South in general.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really given like because there's some deep history in that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really like. It felt like a white person's idea of what like if you were to tell me a trap museum. That was the white version of what I would have pictured in my head. Because I would have pictured ours being like the Mott Museum, having culture in it, having different like quotes and maybe videos of people getting interviewed and talking about their life growing up.
And
stuff
I would have been fine if each little cubicle, because they wasn't rooms, each little cubicle had like a guide, or if it was just one guide that took you around and explained like in detail some stuff. If the grandma took you around, like or
just my grandbaby T.I.
Yeah, and then explain certain shit.
Or if they
and then like share like some history or something.
Yeah, or had a T.I. actor explain
Okay.
it to you in the room, or a Gucci Mane actor.
That would have been cool.
Because there was a kitchen in there, a Gucci Mane actor acting like him and tell you about his life and stuff like that. It was literally the grandma and then $50 photo shoot.
And then a bar.
And then and that was it.
And that was it. That's why you only see pictures.
And then you get the fuck out.
Again, this is how I know I was in a very exploitative, performative environment and not like a educational environment. Ahead of us is a family of like 4 or 5. It was,
a family of 4 or 5?
It was a white family.
Oh my!
So the Cleavers. Leave it to me.
There was a mother. There was a father. There was a young son and a
like two daughters. Yeah, it was like two daughters.
It was two daughters.
Yeah.
And then there was a preteen child, and then there was I want to say teenage to like 18, 19-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. Right? They look like your average white family.
Suburban white family.
Looking for the trap museum. My only problem is that the oldest daughter was walking around this fucking trap museum. She was the only one out of place out of the whole family. It had to
everybody else had regular shit on.
This might have been her idea to come.
How out of place? Outfit wise, was the outfit wise?
They looked like for everybody else in her family, they
were
looked
tourists.
Like they were going to a softball game.
Yeah, they were tourists. Yeah, you could tell they were tourists.
Okay,
why are you saying it like that? Tourist.
Tourist.
I
thought that's how you say it, tourist.
It's fine. I was just wondering, like, what accent
I wasn't trying to be funny.
Said tourist.
That's how it's tourist.
Turrets.
They were torrential threats. Not She
had on
was dressed like she was trying to meet two chicks.
Yeah, she looked like she was trying to catch a little something at the trap museum. She had a tank top on. She had a tank top on with coochie cutters.
Yeah, coochie. Yeah.
She was trying.
You could see the moose knuckles.
You could see the start of the circumference of her ass cheeks. And I was like, why
out
is
here? She
she
was out here like that.
And then the rest of her family was chilling. She was
regular
tweaking.
people. I wanted to just have a mind conversation with her father. It was like, when you see her put that on, you ain't say nothing.
But if she's 18, 19, I guess you really can't.
Don't come with me then. Like you gotta enter the trap museum.
You know where you're walking now?
Yeah,
way back. Enter him with the Negro. Not us.
Yeah,
you will not be entered.
She looked like she was trying to catch a
she was
daddy.
definitely she was trying to catch something at the trap.
She was trying to catch a little baby,
and it wasn't gonna be nothing good.
That's crazy.
That shit was nuts.
She said they looked like they was from Colorado.
Yeah,
type 100%. Shit. Or North Dakota.
Yeah, that was the only thing we did there that was not worth it.
Yeah, and I just remember all of us like meeting up in the middle of the one.
Yeah,
album
literally
and everybody's face was just so hilarious because it was like, oh brother, this shit stinks.
We all thought we were branching off and we was going to be going through like different spots. We literally branched off and met up in the one room. It was like that was it. It was like yes, that was it.
Yep. And then we left.
Yeah.
No.
That was it.
But I will say this. As true trapper, I did take a bunch of...
Put your picture here.
He did take a picture.
He took a picture in front of a pink car.
That was the best part for me.
You took a picture...
in front of a pink car.
And never spoke, and he never spoke about it either. I seen him post too.
You didn't.
You didn't speak. You didn't speak about the post.
You didn't say
I didn't say the trap museum was
a
picture.
But I'm saying
you were a victim. You were a victim of $50.
No,
you passed it all because someone going to see you taking a picture.
They're like, the trap museum.
Trap museum. That shit was hot. Was it PLAX? Yeah, you went there.
I'll comment below. It's too late now, but. Because like 30 people already left.
They all gonna be like, when we in Atlanta,
we go in because PLAX went, and that's my nigga. I know that's my man.
I know if he had a good time, he'll be taking pictures for no reason.
Yeah, it's over. Oh no!
You hold him.
I hold her. I'm gonna do that at everyone.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, don't go to the go to the winery.
Yeah,
don't go to the trap.
Oh no,
my fault.
Please don't go."
It was this one that I thought was kind of cool, but it could have been just some nigga that wrote it. It didn't have to actually be it. It was ice cream paint job or some song like that, and it was the actual notes, but it could have been just a random nigga that wrote it. Yeah. Don't go to the trap museum, please.
Yeah, and then they have.
Are we gonna be banned from Atlanta? Well, you can't be.
I hope.
Because
I'll never go to that part of Atlanta ever again.
We shouldn't have been there anyway. It looked a little sketchy.
Well, it looked like my home. It looked like the fruit belt.
That's why I was chilling. Like, cause it was just like, this is just the hood. Yeah. Like, when I was in Miami, I was in the hood for a little bit. I wasn't staying there, but I was there for like just doing music shit. And I was like, this is just the TGs.
This is just the TGs.
Yeah, if you literally mind your business and move on, you good.
Yeah, it's literally the hood in Miami, or at least the hood I was in, was literally just the town gardens in Buffalo, just bigger and sunny with palm trees. That's all it was. But don't go to the trap museum.
Do not go to the trap unless you looking for a maybe 18-year-old Snow Bunny and Coochie Cutters.
And that's just, don't even take that chance.
Don't even take that. $50
$50 for a photo shoot and maybe a Snow Bunny. That's not good odds.
$50 maybe a Snow Bunny and a case.
Every visit guaranteed me one Snow Bunny.
At least guaranteed a Snow Bunny. If you can't do that, I don't want to go. What else we got? We talked about Atlanta for a long time.
50.
Yep, but that's enough about Atlanta. I know you guys probably don't care. You probably skimmed to 42 minutes or whatever. What else we talking about today, Rick?
In this segment, we're gonna talk about stuff from comic books.
Okay.
So we'll just talk about like random thoughts and ideas. And
what are we gonna do today, Pinky? The same thing we do every day.
Comics. Yeah. So this one, we kind of had an idea of like bringing up our list of biggest crash outs in comics. Mm-hmm. And so we're gonna give you each. We're gonna go back and forth, give you characters that we think are the biggest crash out in comics, and then a reason why.
Okay. And Ray, do you have any?
I'm not the one for this one, unfortunately.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. All right.
You're the loser of the group.
Cool.
But
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that. He's wilding. I did not say that.
All right, so let's get into it.
You could be nerdier. I will say
you start off.
You want me to start off? So my first one is Jason Todd.
Oh, that's a good one.
Crash out. Okay.
The reason, this ain't the only reason. Like obviously, Jason Todd is a well-known
some of Jason
crash
Todd's
out.
Aliases?
The Red Hood.
Yeah, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
He was also a Robin.
He was a Robin
until he got packed and turned into Red Hood. Well, one reason he's a crash out is because he's part of the Bat family, but he packs people. Like he sends them on, not just like
he hasn't recently.
Not recent, but historically speaking, he packs people
100%, yes.
without remorse about
Packs
it.
him up.
Yes, guns and all.
But one of the biggest things that made me pick him as a huge crash out is a story where Batman either disappeared or died. And everybody in the Bat family was Batman for a day. Like they kept rotating, or 2 days, whatever. And they kept rotating. And on his days, he would pack people. Yeah. And everybody else was like, "Brother, what are you doing?" And he said, "We rotate, right?"
My turn.
That's crazy.
Hey,
He said,
move around.
You said it's my shift. Shut up.
If you're not working my shift, don't worry about how I'm cleaning the fryer.
No cat, he really was like, if you're not gonna take my shift, shut the fuck up on how I run it. Long as it get done. And they was like, bro, you can't like kill people. Like that's not what.
Watch me.
Y'all can't.
Yeah. Watch me.
I can do what I
Y'all
want.
can't kill nobody. I can.
Matter of fact, give me a camera. You can watch this in 4K.
Stream it on Twitch. Oh no, Twitch wouldn't let you. On Kick.
On Kick.
Stream
They would
it
let you.
on Kick.
Or Rumble.
Or Rumble. Oh my god. Yeah, but that's why I chose Jason Todd. One, because he packs people in general, but he put the bat suit on and was getting people up out of there for at least a few days before somebody said something to him. And I think he kept doing it.
Well, you know.
So
don't worry about my shift.
Don't worry, if you're not gonna take over his shift.
This is
shut
my
the
9 to
fuck
5.
up.
If you ain't gonna take my 9 to 5, shut up.
No, I mean, you know, he's not wrong on that front. If you're not gonna take over my shift, shut the fuck up.
You're not picking up these hours. Shut up.
Tuesday is my day.
Mine is Bruce Banner, not the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Banner in the comics has been a historically terrible person.
Fair.
He's the driving force for a lot of bad in there. And when he did get control of the Hulk, he proceeded to do good things. No, he just proceeded to just basically beat the fuck up out of the Avengers and just do whatever he wanted to do. Because what do you do when you give a smart man unimaginable power and strength? You go crazy.
But I mean,
you go stupid.
They did send that nigga into space.
No, they sent the Hulk into space.
You say nigga. You said
Bruce. The Hulk existed before Bruce got struck by gamma radiation.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's called a split personality, brother. That nigga had.
Oh, he had a mental illness.
That nigga had DID, brother. that brother was a problem. He was just smart. It got hit by radiation. But guess what, Steve? He was sitting in the back of his classroom in his trench coat, his black trench coat, and his beanie, getting picked on and beat up by other kids, writing about how the Hulk will kill them all. And
are you fucking serious?
So he was pre-tweaking before the radiation. He already made up his mind.
Steve, look at his childhood on paper. Abusive father, abused mother, bullied in school, loner, incredibly smart. He had nowhere to go but down. He had nowhere to go but down. He wasn't destined to live a good life, brother. You know what? That radiation was the best thing that ever happened to that man.
I swear, listen, Rick, I never knew that was his like true order. I knew about the abuse. Yeah. I didn't know the nigga was always old. Up here,
up there.
He was up there.
Joe Fix It. Why? What do you think he was fixing?
Joe Fix It up there.
What do you think he was fixing? He was fixing people.
Oh my god, bro.
Yep.
Nah, beautiful. I did not know that. Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro.
No, he's a problem. Fuck. He's a walking issue.
I'm crying real tears. That shit is terrible.
Crazy, right?
Oh
to imagine that, because you thought the Hulk came with the radiation.
I thought that was a radiation thing. That nigga was already had a mental illness.
He was already there.
Jesus Christ. Well, my next one, I guess. Ia Barthon.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Now, from the Flash show, the reason that he, hated the Flash so much is because in his timeline, the Flash saved a group of people that he planned on saving or something weird like that.
So basically,
and he had beef with them for that.
That's pretty much the comics as well. Basically, it depends on the iteration, but by the point that Thawne exists in the future, the Flash is pretty much retiring.
Right.
I guess in the show there was a point where it kind of like intersected where he wanted to save a group and the Flash kind of took his thunder and made him whatever, and then he just psychotically broke because he was weird already. But in the comics, it's usually in the future. He idolizes the Flash, wants to be the new Flash, gets the Flash abilities, but can never live up to the Flash.
And then just becomes a hating ass.
So he
that's what I was gonna get into. Yeah.
And then he likes a girl and tries to get her to go out with him, and she doesn't, and he does some weird Flash stuff, and it doesn't work out anyway.
Side note, crazy niggas do need to like be put away.
Yeah.
I feel like, because like I get turned down all the time. And I never want to turn into like a
super villain. Yeah. Steve.
This bitch said no. I don't want to be a super villain.
Bruce Banner.
Like,
that's just all that is just Bruce Banner.
Like, I'd be hurt. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be like everyone will feel my demise.
Look what he did when Betty said no.
Well, but yeah, Reverse Flash, just a hating ass nigga in general. He devoted his entire lifetimes, not just one life, but lifetimes, to make the Flash's life terrible as it can be. And I just think that's just crashing out for really no reason, because both of those reasons, from the show and the comics, because he saved somebody that you wanted to save, or you looked up to him, couldn't meet his standard, so you became a hating ass nigga. Yeah.
Like,
that's so crazy.
Because his idea was if he stops the Flash from being the Flash and then goes back into the future while still being the Flash, he will now be the new standard. That's stupid.
Crashing out for no reason. Stupid. Crash out for no reason. But go ahead.
Mine is Major Force. You might remember this name.
Okay.
He was one of the antagonists in Public Enemy, the Batman Superman movie.
Okay.
He is the man who killed Kyle Rayner's girlfriend. It took her out. If we're on TikTok, put her in a fridge. So he killed her, basically folded her up origami style, stuffed her in the fridge for Kyle Rayner, the greatest Green Lantern to ever exist.
If I remember, play Brad Pitt.
Damn.
What's in the box? What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
Come on, man. What's in the box?
Play that audio in the comic panel where he opens the fridge and sees his girlfriend in there. It all lines up.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he killed the greatest Green Lantern to ever exist girlfriend and stuffed her in the fridge, like origami style. And all because someone told him to mess with Kyle Rayner. No one told him to do that. no one told him to do that. He was on the contract for that.
You just chilling. You like, let me see what my girl doing. You call. Damn, what?
No, you call, you hear ringing from your fridge.
It was his fridge?
I think so. It was in there. I think it was in their shared apartment.
What?
Imagine you chilling. You hear the ringing in the fridge. You open that motherfucker. Yeah, and your girl dragging origami dragon.
Just folded.
No, that's oh my god, bro.
Like this.
Hey, yo, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah, leg up.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
That's gross, bro.
Yeah. But Major Force, crash out. Because he literally wasn't contracted to do that.
He just wanted to fuck with Kyle Rayner. Yeah, that's wow. Put that nigga away.
No, he was contracted to deal with Kyle Rayner. He wasn't contracted to do that.
He was just supposed to deal with him.
Yeah.
That'll take your willpower away, won't it?
It didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't. It made him stronger Green Lantern, if anything. Oof. And Kyle Rayner also go to Green Lantern. We'll do a list of best Green Lanterns.
That'll be fun. I want to do that. Coming soon. My third and final crash out, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Now, hold on. Now, hear me out. Right?
Interesting.
When I have two instances.
Okay.
When Gwen Stacy died.
For Andrew Garfield, you're saying? Or just in the comics as well?
I believe that this was in the comics as well, where he was just silently beating the fuck out of people. Like, it wasn't no quips or anything like that. Like, he would just... People would do things, and they'd be like, oh, Spidey, just chill out, bro. Depends. And he was just beating the dog shit out of people.
Yeah, it depends.
And then this is the true crash out, which... You could say he was justified in it. It depends, but when Mary Jane was stuck in that we've talked about this
alternate
before.
Realm with Paul,
with Paul,
with
that nigga Paul. Mary Jane ain't shit, but that's another thing.
That nigga Paul.
But she was stuck in that shit. And Peter was just actively robbing and fighting the Fantastic Four
to get
his man. Yeah. That's like me.
Well, he was robbing other people too.
But like he was like basically telling the Fantastic Four, get your get back.
Yeah.
like either come see me or shut the fuck up, because I'm getting my girl back.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this long enough, and then after I do that, then do whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna get mine.
And for real. I could probably wax y'all niggas on some real shit, but I ain't even gonna get into that.
But everybody
maybe not Johnny, but don't stop fucking playing with me.
Yeah.
So Peter is definitely a crash out.
I would say a better moment for Peter Parker instead of the Gwen Stacy one, because that one's kind of whatever. But when Aunt May was injured in an assassination attempt on him, I believe, hired by Kingpin. And he put on a black suit, no symbiote, just black suit.
Yeah,
went all the way to the jail. We'll put the comic panels here.
Yeah,
because I got them for days.
Yeah,
went all the way to the jail, broke into the jail,
beat the dog shit.
No. He rolled up on the Kingpin. He was like, I'm not scared of you. You don't kill. I was like, what do you care about? He was like, so your aunt was hurt. Who cares? Or he didn't know who she was in relation to him, but he was like, so she was hurt. What matters? He was like, well, Spider-Man doesn't kill, and it took off his mask and it tied his suit from like waist down around his like as you would a hoodie, tied it around his waist. It was like, but this is Peter Parker standing in front of you, and you just hurt his aunt. And,
oh my god!
And he proceeded.
Wait.
He proceeded to beat the mess out of Kingpin while talking ish to him in front of everybody. He was like, this is what you hate the most. Because the whole time Kingpin was like, stop talking and just do it if you're going to. He's like, no, you hate looking weak in front of everybody. And as he's beating the dog shit out of him.
Then he put his
wrist to his mouth.
And he's like, I could just let this go.
Yeah, I could fill your lungs up with web fluid, and it would solidify in an hour, and I could watch you sit here choke and suffocate on it. But I won't. But your life is tethered to May. So the minute she dies,
I'm coming back.
You're dead. So you better pray that she lives.
And then he dipped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better crash out. That's definitely a better.
He literally outed himself to everybody in that prison. But guess what? They ain't gonna know who Peter Parker is. You know how basic of a name that is?
Yeah, you could. It's and especially in New York, it's like 1,000 Peter Parkers. You gotta like really search for that nigga.
Yeah. Are you gonna really look for him after he just did that?
Especially after that, you like, you know what? He got it.
I actually forgot what he looked like.
He said John, right?
John Jacobs. John Jacobs.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah. So Black D, we heard that Spider-Man is really John Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt.
He took his mask off. It was a black guy.
I knew it the whole time.
He is poor.
Yeah.
Live with his eye. Yeah, that makes sense. No,
I would have instantly forgot that nigga's identity.
Like, there he was black and his name was John Jacobs
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
They're like, the police like, whatever.
Yeah,
okay. They bullshit.
Believe me, because that's what I'm telling you. But mine.
Oh my god, bro.
is a returning favorite. We did a whole video on him. Well, we did a whole not video. We did a whole clip on him that did very well.
Okay.
Shout out Beast.
Okay. When did Beast crash out?
Beast crashes out a lot.
Okay.
So remember I was telling you how bad of a person Beast is.
Right. We talked about that.
So and
clip did well on TikTok.
Yep. In a recent run, I think the most recent X-Men run that just came to an end, Krakoa, they created an island for mutants, right?
That shit don't never work out, do it?
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Yeah, that shit don't never work out.
So what if I tell you that Beast took control of Wolverine? Used him as basically a attack dog, and used him to enforce his. He was basically kind of like the secret police of a special time during Germany, if you know what I mean. Shout out Magneto, and basically used him to do his will. Wolverine broke out of that said control, instantly killed Beast for doing that. Turns out that was a clone of Beast, and Beast has been making clones of himself and of Wolverine to be used as his secret army, to create a real secret police force to control and basically rule Krakoa.
Arrest that nigga.
He would have to arrest himself.
Somebody.
Shout out Professor X.
Somebody arrest that nigga, please, Scott.
No, he's a problem.
Gene.
Anybody.
Gene's a crash out. That's a
whole different
But
thing.
Gene, somebody, please stop this nigga.
So there's that one. I, being the overachiever I am, shout out Beast for being the nasty man he is.
Yeah, that's gross.
But I do have one more crash out.
Okay. Talk to me.
You won't know him by this name. But when I tell you his alternate name, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Zur and R.
Okay.
Let me tell you some of his feats. He created a program/android called Failsafe that was imbued with all the knowledge to counter his other identity and defeat him in case he ever went rogue. But that personality became rogue and then set Failsafe onto him and the rest of his family. He created a clone of his sidekick, but it was actually a clone version of him that he then made his sidekick. But he made that clone version of him. He couldn't figure out how to make a perfect clone. So the clone version of him that he had as his sidekick is now aging exponentially fast and will die in probably a couple months. The other name for Zur and R is Batman. So Batman had a secret personality that he had.
I almost assumed it was bad. That was the first nigga I was thinking about.
So yeah, he had a secret personality in the back of his mind that he keeps just in case there's ever a situation where maybe Batman's not enough. And he tasked this secret personality of his with creating a way to stop him when he was creating all the other plans to stop the other Justice League. Because he was like, well, I can't create my own plan because then I'll know it.
I just can't. We gotta do it scared.
We can't.
It's Batman at the computer. Alfred like, hey, Bruce, like, you want some tea or something? And he not answering.
Batman. No, Zur-En-Arr. Huh? My name Zur-En-Arr. Stop calling me that shit. Do I look like a Batman? It's like, well, sir, you're wearing
you wearing the shit.
Don't. Matter of fact, get out of here. Who are you?
He's like,
okay. Master Bruce is being strange again, but no, he literally.
No, go ahead.
He literally enacted this special personality of his to create a failsafe for him, which is why it's called failsafe, to stop him if he ever turned rogue. But then that personality then turned rogue. He created a clone version of Bruce, a child one, after beating the dog shit out of Damian, and made him the new Robin. He basically did the low key the smartest thing ever any Batman's ever done. He made himself Robin. He made a mini Bruce Robin.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and then that Bruce was Robin until the real Bruce came back, and a whole bunch of stuff. And that clone is now dealing with the fact that it's aging out and is gonna die eventually. So that's a whole thing. All just to say, Batman is fucking crazy.
You know, the theme to all of this is mental illness. It seems like illness. Hey, if you having
everybody
a problem,
get checked out.
Get checked out. Yeah,
it's the last couple days of June.
Call somebody.
It's Men's Mental Health Month.
Get checked out.
Get checked out
because you don't want to end up like Batman, Spider-Man, Jason Todd.
Yeah. Honorable mention for Crashout, Dr. Light. He did something so bad that the league had to wipe his memory, and I'm not even gonna bring that up. Just know, if I was Plastic Man, he'd be in a noose. Made out of my own arm.
I will say real quick, just a quick side note. It's still crazy as fuck that Failsafe, he got all these intricate things that he do for the league, and then you get to Green Arrow. Green Arrow's like, what's mine? Oh, me, nigga.
Yeah, like
hands, beating the dog shit out of you. You might. Green Arrow, you probably gonna lose. You gotta beef him, right?
You gotta win.
You gotta beef him. Oh, word.
All right, let's see how that plan. Let me get a test run, and then you get work.
He is gonna get work, but you gotta do something. You can't just let him say that, bro.
And then you gotta at least have Batman like wipe his nose of blood and be like,
maybe
I'll update my plan.
Yeah, maybe add a little extra. Maybe me and Robin jump you. How about that? Maybe we jump you. How about
after
that?
He wipes his nose of blood. Like, okay. Maybe the spinning back fist isn't what I need.
Take the nigga's backpack of arrows away. Then what are you gonna do?
No, that was crazy.
Oh my God.
That's actually disrespectful.
No, it's super disrespectful.
Like, what's my plan? It was like me, nigga.
Me, like I'm just gonna work you.
We do that skit.
Oh yeah, we could. That would be funny. Like and then they start beefing and he get worked anyway. Yeah.
Steve.
What's up, brother?
And other comic book related stuff, have you seen that the Green Lantern show on HBO Max has got greenlit?
Yeah, the idea that James Gunn stole from us that we didn't put out, but he heard through the ether.
He heard through the mind meld, the hive mind.
The mind meld.
Yeah, so they're doing, if you haven't heard, they're doing a Green Lantern
did that video.
Yeah, we should have. They're doing a Green Lantern series, basically kind of like
it's animated, right?
I think it's live action.
Oh, okay.
It's a kind of like a buddy cop-esque show about Green Lantern. It's gonna be Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
John Stewart, yeah.
And
the black one.
Yeah, not many of those.
Not many, no.
Not many of those anywhere, really.
In general, yeah.
Not many of those anywhere. But it's gonna be kind of like a buddy cop. I think personally, it was more akin to it's probably going to be more akin to like a Men in Black.
Okay.
Like if you think about it.
That might be trash.
Because it'd be.
If they going to do that.
Nah, because it'd be like Hal Jordan is the grizzled, learned Green Lantern with experience. And then John Stewart will be like the Will Smith character, new to this, kind of getting exposed to it and kind of finding his place in the whole world of it. And they're talking about the murder. It'd be a murder mystery on Earth, and I think that'd be a great tie-in to have the mystery, like the murder mystery of it, start on Earth, but it have ties to things in the greater world, like the greater galaxy or something.
Yeah, like an alien did it,
or that person who was killed is actually an alien in disguise. Yeah. stuff like
could
that.
Could introduce Martian Manhunter too if you wanted to.
Could do it like
maybe
that.
Maybe not.
Maybe a co-detective.
Yeah, something like that. Because Martian Manhunter, like a Jamaican, he has a lot of jobs.
And he tends to be black.
Yeah,
99% of the time.
He could be Jon Stewart's homie.
Yeah.
And then he shifts and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Wait. If you could be anybody, why was you black?
He said, "Y'all just cool as hell."
I can't lie.
Actually, make it happen.
Don't do that. I will turn the TV off. But I think
who do you think should be Jon Stewart? I used to say Idris Elba, but fuck Idris Elba.
I think they had.
You heard it here first.
Hilarious. I think they already had a cast.
Did they?
I think so.
Hold on.
If they didn't, I think I seen a fan cast that looked pretty spot on. People have been saying they wanted Nathan Fillion for like Guy Gardner, but I think he could be also a Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know who is a Hal Jordan in this day and age. I don't really have that vision for anybody. Hal Jordan has like some of the weirdest comic storylines to where he kind of comes out of the running for like personal favorite Green Lantern.
That's fair. Mine is Jon Stewart.
He did some questionable things in the comments. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if they gonna do it. I want to see Hawkeye Hawk Girl do him nasty like they did in JLA. In the Justice League in the cartoon.
Yeah.
She was moving super crazy, and I would like to see that on screen.
Yeah, I don't know who I would want as either of them. I think that's probably something that I would have to like really think on because I think.
Well, we said we was gonna do a Green Lantern video. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I think Hal Jordan would obviously have to be an older actor, and I think Jon Stewart would have to be on the younger side, probably like 25, 27.
Rick Thompson for Jon Stewart.
Not at all.
You got time, man.
No, I don't want it.
You don't want to be Jon Stewart? Why not?
Because he's too closely related to John Diggle.
But yeah, I guess we'll end it on the John Diggle reference.
No, we will. Yeah, this has been another episode of the R&P podcast.
It's been a while, but we back.
Do this very often because we are now R&P Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
That means we do everything under the sun as long as it entertains you and us. But as we're still doing this podcast, we really hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys do tune in for more. We do podcasts once a month. So if you start liking the podcast and they start getting traction, we'll do more.
We'll up them.
Because we do have a formula now, and it seems to work better. Yeah. But in the meantime, check out our other videos. Check out our skits, because we do those. Check out our conversations. Check out our clips. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And what else, Steve?
We love you guys.
Don't ever go to the Trap Museum.
Ever.
No, $50 gone.
$50 down the drain at the Trap Museum.
$50.
Yeah. R&P moves, R&P groove, ayy. Yeah, I've been in the R&P mood, ayy. Oh yeah, ayy. Oh yeah, ayy. R&P moves, R&P news, ayy. Yeah, now we making R&P moves, ayy. Oh yeah, ayy. Oh yeah,